Hi guys, today I am going to be working on making um, kind of a sandy beach base for this model here. This is the Kraken and all his bits. Basically the client wants it so it looks like this guy's crawling up from the bottom of the sea after being there for thousands of years. So the idea is that I started out with cork. I built it up to kind of make it sloping. Okay, I'm going to turn this light off, might make it a bit easier, yeah. So you can see there what way the cork is set up. You can see he's touching here, and on this back leg here he's touching the base. So I'm going to do a bit of a walk through what I'm doing as I do it, but if you're going to follow this in the future, I recommend painting the base and all first, because I'm going to have to paint in around here with this guy on it. So what I recommend doing is painting the base whatever colour you want your sea to be. I'm going to use a dark blue colour. I think it's McCrag blue from GW. I have to do the OSL effects on this guy anyway, so I'm going to use that, but I want to try, I know this colour is kind of hard to see there. That's what I use for the weathering on the gold and stuff there. So I kind of want to get a like the McCrag blue faded up maybe towards the Hydra turquoise, and maybe only go about to here with the base sea colour. And what I'm going to do then is put sand the rest of the way up, and after I'm going to use the Vallejo water texture, I think it is, so I'm going to build it up in a couple of layers. But I'm going to do it all blue, and then I'll add sand on the top, and I'll put a layer of the water on and let it dry, and then I'll put sand on, let that dry, put more water on top. So it's going to be a bit of a long process before I actually get it finished. I think it takes nearly a day or two each time for the water to dry. So basically what I'm going to do first is I'm going to airbrush this up some blues, maybe add some greens and stuff in, but not the whole thing, because I want some of it to be actual, you know, sandy outcrop. So I'm going to do that, and then we can come back and have a look at it then. So stay tuned guys. Alright guys, I'm actually just going to turn this light off. Welcome back. I have done all the OSL on the actual model himself, so he is finished. So the only thing left to do is the base. Okay, it's not really much I can do. Just to give you an idea, now that's fairly grey at the minute, but it's basically the same as this. Airbrushed it all, McCrag blue, then mainly Hydra turquoise, kind of at a 45 degree, and just spot highlights of the mix of Hydra turquoise and Vallejo game colour electric blue. So I think it looks pretty good. Maybe I'll just turn the light back on, show you. Yeah, okay, so you can kind of see it a bit of the blue there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get the water effects out, and I'm going to water effect all this area all around, and see how we get on there, and I'll come back when it's wet so you can see how I've done it, and then when it's dry I'll come back again. So stay tuned to see the added water effects. Okay guys, I've added the water effects. It's all white at the minute, so it's kind of throwing off the camera balance, so you can't see it too well. But I just used a palette knife to spread it around and get a nice kind of evenish coat. You can see it a bit better there now. Worked it all in. It says on the tub it's about 24 hours for it to dry, so there's nothing I can do for the next day or so until that's well set. It is the Vallejo water texture that I'm using. So basically you can sculpt it up to have waves and stuff in it and all that, but until tomorrow there's nothing else I can show you in regards to this. So well, for you it'll only be a second, for me it'll be probably a day and a half before I get back around to it, so hold on a second. Okay guys, welcome back. This is day 2 of the drying process. As you can see, some of the thicker sections of the water texture are still white, so they're still drying. The majority of this area last night was white, it's all dry. Like I think it's like kind of like the outer shell of the resin has dried and the stuff inside is still wet. She's not like movable or anything. She's fairly solid. There's a wee bit of give in this heavy section here, but I did apply it fairly thick. So what I'm going to do now is probably paint on some PVA glue onto even this area here, get a load of sand on it, paint some PVA and get sand around here, and build up another layer. And that'll probably take another 2 days to dry. I might go a bit thinner this time, but day 2, add another coat. Day 3, add another coat. It's probably going to be a week before the base is fully dry and completely finished. But once there's more done, I'll come back again. So see you in a few. Okay guys, so the final clip in this video is going to be this. Applying it in thin layers definitely made it dry quicker. I applied a load of stuff kind of sculpted up, excuse me, to look like waves, but when the resin dries clear. So I'm doing with some white paint today because it was dry, and I painted it up, make it look like waves, make it look like this kind of froth hitting off the beach here. I added another layer on the top, and then I went in yesterday, done the waves, and I put some stuff on his legs just so it looked like it was dripping off. You can see some here in his foot and there's some dripping off here. I didn't go over the top. I probably could have and it would have looked okay, but I didn't really want to go that far with it. But that's him done now, or whatever you want to call her. It is completely done, bar just paint the black base rim. That's all I have to do now. But I really like working with that Vallejo texture. It actually came out really cool, and I think I'm going to start using it a lot more in my basing. So that's how I went about making the water base for the Kraken, and cheers for watching guys.